any other thing. Can you hear me loud and clear? Type yes in the chat, or give me a thumbs up so that I know that you can hear me loud and clear. So that I know that you can hear me loud and clear. Okay, thank you very much, Salahu Emmanuel. Fantastic one. Now, there's something else I would want you to help me with, and that is I want to know, is this your first time joining us? Is this your first time joining us, or you have joined our webinar in the past? Is this your first time, or you have actually joined one of our webinars in the past? So let me know in the chats. You can type first time if this is your first time, and type regular if this is not your first time. Okay, I know I can see some new faces here, so but I'll wait for your responses. If you are looking for the charts, let me say hi in the chat so you can see it. Just look at your phone screen or your laptop screen, whichever one you're using. That is the chart. So you can click on that hi and respond. All right, click on it, respond, and let me know if you are joining us for the first time or you are a regular. You are a regular attendee of my webinar. So let me know. So I have Veronica, I have King, Salau, James, Sonia. So let me know in the chat, guys. Let me know in the chat if you are joining for the first time or you are a regular. Let me know. All right. So I was saying you should type it in the chat. So Sonia, your hand is up. So I want to believe this is your first time. Okay. Probably you want to indicate that this is your first time, which is brilliant. Who else? Okay, James is the first time. Okay, great. So you are welcome to Nebiant Analytics. My name is Mohammed Suleiman. I am the Chief Operating Officer here at Nebiant Analytics, and I also work as a data analyst and a data scientist um, as a profession. So what we are going to be discussing today, all right, is going to cut across some of the things you need to know and do as an African looking to get into the tech space. So before we even set the ball, I can see some new people have joined us. You're all welcome. I want to know if you fall in this category that I mentioned. And if you do fall in this category, then you are in the right place. First category is you Nigeria. Are you a Nigerian? Are you a Nigerian? Are you a Nigerian? So just type a yes in the chat or just show me a sign or something. Let me know if you are. So I typed in the chat. I will type I am. I am. Okay, so you can follow in that full step as well. So guys, let's make it an engaging session. Let's make it interactive. So it's going to be two-way stuff, not a one-way stuff. Okay. So yes, I am the driver of this session, but I want it to be two-way. All right. So type I am in the chat. Okay, fantastic. So Lois Daniels typed I am. Okay, brilliant. So I want to assume the rest of us are also Nigerians. Okay. If not, I'd love to know where you're from. All right. Now, if that is the case, then are you also looking to get into tech? Is tech anything you're considering at all? Are you considering tech in any way, shape, or form? Type a yes in the chat if that is, and let me know, and then we can continue with the session. I'll share my screen, and then we continue with the session. Is there anything in you considering tech in any way, shape, or form? Fantastic. Brilliant. So if that is the case, then let me share my screen, okay? You're welcome once again to this session of mine. And fantastic. And tonight we will be discussing how you can get into tech, your very best chance of getting into tech as a Nigerian. So let's go ahead. I have done a little bit of introduction of myself, but just to put some more detail, I've worked with firms like Alfa Romeo as a data analyst and data scientist. And I've had the opportunity to mentor 3,000 Africans and counting around tech. I've also been a LinkedIn data visualization top voice. I also transitioned into tech myself. So I understand where you are. Okay, I understand where you are trying to get into tech right now as a beginner. So it is highly relatable by me. I finished with a degree in mechanical engineering, miles away from what I currently do, and I was able to transition from being an engineer to a tech bro. Now, Navient Analytics is an tech firm, and what we do is to help Africans transition into the tech space. As of right now, closing on 2 years of operations, we've helped over a century of Africans move from classroom to tech. And we focus on data centric tech career paths. And that is for a reason. Okay. And we do that by bringing on board professionals who are skilled, and they would walk you through step by step using practical examples. So, guys, if you want to get my slides, there is a link in the chat box. That is the attendance link. Okay, so you may want to mark your attendance by simply clicking on that nice link, and by so doing, you would get my slides, and you would also get the recording of the session via email. So if that's something you're interested in, you may want to fill out the attendance form, and then we can start. Okay, so I want you to type um a yes in the chat if you are excited, because I'm about to unveil the roadmap for today's session. All right, I'm about to unveil the roadmap for today's session. So, but I want to know first, are you excited to be here? Because I am. Are you excited to be here? Are you excited to be here? Fantastic, fantastic. All right. I see excited set of people who are here, and you have one more person, who is me. So let us go ahead and start. So our roadmap today is we'll look at people, examples of people who have done this. All right. And then we move straight into how can you also follow in the footstep. I mean, these are people who move from non-tech roles to tech roles. How did they do it? How can you also follow in the footstep? Um, there will be a special announcement, and at the end of the session, you'll be able to ask me some questions. Okay, I'm taking some questions here and there. Now let's get right into it. There's no time to waste. Here is Esther. Esther finished from the School of Nursing. School of Nursing was something she was passionate about. Health in general was something she was passionate about. She finished from School of Nursing, got a job, but Esther was not exactly where she wanted to be financially. Yes, she was in a dream sector, but she was not in a dream financial life. All right. So she was not satisfied. She wanted a whole lot more. What she did, she decided that, you know what, I'm going to try tech, and I'm going to choose Navient Analytics in that journey. This was in February this year. Fast forward 3 months later, this same young lady from a health background was able to land her very first tech role as a monitoring and evaluations analyst, working hybrid, meaning mostly from home and partially in the office with Power. Now, she's not the only one. Naomi, who you heard speaking, before I stepped in, moments ago, Naomi used to work in, not used to, she works in a francophone country. She's a foreigner. She's in Nigeria, in a francophone country, working in one of the banks there. And after a while, a firm bought over their bank and started laying off foreigners. Okay, so she didn't want her turn to come, surprisingly, so she decided to resign. Guess what? They rejected her resignation. So she was disgruntled, she was being relegated in the process, and all of that good stuff. But there was something that stood out for her. She decided that she wants to get skilled enough to be able to work remotely. She wants to get skilled enough to be able to dictate her time, meaning work freelance and make good money doing that. So what did she do? She decided that, you know what, I'm going to get into tech. I'm going to choose Naviance Analytics. She chose our business analysis program earlier this year. And fast forward, the same organization that was relegating Naomi created a new department, asked Naomi to head that department, and Naomi was perplexed. Naomi told them that, you know what, let me think about this. They said, no, you are not thinking about this one. You are taking it. She said, okay, I'll take it. Okay, that's a given. I'll take it. But at least, will you train me to be able to effectively lead that department? And this was where they told Naomi that, look, Naomi, we see what you are doing on LinkedIn. You see that thing you are doing on LinkedIn? That's the exact thing we want you to teach the rest of your departmental members. Skill. So before we move to other people who have also done this, all right, one of the things I want us to establish now is this. As we are having this conversation, there are over 35K jobs right now on LinkedIn. Over 35,000 jobs right now on LinkedIn. Okay. Sorry, we can't hear you well. So is it we, Lois, are you speaking for everybody? Because I doubt that's the case. If you can hear me, please type I can hear you in the chat. Okay, type I can hear you so that okay. I can hear you. Okay, all right. So I can hear you. Okay, brilliant. So all right, great. So now, as I was saying, there are 35,000 jobs on LinkedIn, and all you need is just one of those 35,000. One out of 35,000 is like nothing. It's very close to nothing. All right. So let us look at it. All right. Let us look at it together. Give me a second. Okay. Give me a second. So let us look at what the ecosystem is talking about. Okay, let's go to LinkedIn. Let's go to LinkedIn. All right, let us go to LinkedIn. Now, the reason I am going to LinkedIn is so that I can show you what the demand looks like. Are you with me, guys? The reason I am going to LinkedIn is so that I can show you what the demand looks like. Are you with me, guys? Are you with me? Are we together? Are we together? Are we together? Okay, give me a second. Let it load. Okay, brilliant. Let it load. Give me a second. So I think it is downloading now. Okay, fantastic. So now the reason we are coming here is so that I can show you what the demand seems like. Okay, what it feels like right now. And from there we can go on to the main thing. But as I am showing you that, I will be inadvertently teaching you how to look for a job as a tech talent. Okay, I'll be teaching you that inadvertently. So I want you to listen carefully and, more importantly, fill out the attendance form in the chat box. You see the link in the chat, click on it, fill it out so that you can get the recording and my slides so you don't miss out on anything. You get it in your email after the session. All right. Now, you want to come to the search bar here and search something like data analyst. Okay, data analyst. All right. You search something like data analyst. Data analyst. Now, when you search data analyst, okay, when you search data analyst, you want to click on jobs. You want to click on jobs right here. Okay, click on jobs right here. You click on jobs. Now, when you click on jobs, LinkedIn will bring out data analyst jobs. Well, here is the deal. Here is the deal. You don't want to set your location to where you currently are. Some people put Lagos, some people put Kaduna, some people put Abuja, this and that. You are you are limiting your opportunities. You are limiting yourself. So what you want to do, because the skills you have itself are globally marketable, you want to put EMEA. EMEA simply means Europe, Middle East, and Africa. So that way you are open to opportunities abroad, especially remote opportunities. Am I making sense, guys? Am I making sense? Are you with me, guys? Am I making sense? So type a yes in the chat. All right. And ensure you have filled the form. Ensure you have filled the form. Are you ensure that you have filled the form? Ensure that you have filled the form. Okay. So, guys, after you've entered EMEA, you don't want to click on search. You click on search, and it's going to bring out this result for you. All right. And I want you to check, what number is this? What number is this? What number is this? What number is this? 13,875. 13,875 opportunities right now. 13,000, and you only need one. That one that you need is not even up to 1%. It's not up to 1%. It's not even up to 10%. Okay, it's not up to 0.1%, rather. That's one out of 1,000, right? It's not up to one out of 10,000, right? So if that is the case, guys, if that is the case, guys, why aren't you getting these jobs? That's the big question. And the truth is that you lack some basic things, and I have condensed these things into 4 points. Some you may agree with me, some you may disagree with me, but that's how it's been for me. Some people say, "Oh, Mohammed, you said I don't have this. I have it already. Let's move to the next one." Okay, so I want you to do the same as I go through these things, and let's make it interactive. All right, so let me know if you have it in the chats. Okay, if I mention something and you have it, just type I have. All right, so I know that you have it, and then we can really go into the details afterwards. Now, the very first thing that you are lacking is what? Pro level Microsoft Excel skills. I am talking wizard level Excel skills. Wizard level. Now, do you have Excel skills? Do you know how to use Excel? Who knows that? If you know how to use Excel, type Excel in the chat. 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 Okay, fantastic. So somebody says, I know how to use Excel. Brilliant. Somebody said no. Fantastic. So let us go. Somebody said the basics. Okay. So you're that's yes and no. All right. Somebody said Excel, no wizard level. So I understand you now. All right, but let's push further. So the second thing you need is what? You need a project portfolio. So if you build projects using Excel, you need this project in a project portfolio. You need it in a project portfolio. All right, and I'll show you all of these things I'm talking about, what a portfolio actually looks like. Number three. So again, do you have a portfolio? So type it, do you have a project portfolio? One place, a website I can go to, and it is owned by you, and I can see the projects you worked on there. Do you have that? Now, as you're answering that, number three, you need to brand yourself. The greatest brands now, they thrive on advertisements. Adverts. I mean, Apple, Google, Microsoft, OpenAI, you know, all of these brands, Nike, um, Adidas, Puma, all of them thrive on adverts. So, you looking for a tech job, you should also market yourself. How do you market yourself? You start with packaging on LinkedIn. Okay, on LinkedIn. If you have a LinkedIn account, good. If you don't have, create one today. It's like creating, it's like creating a Facebook page. It is just like creating a Facebook page. So create one and just keep it. But what you really need to do is you want to package it for visibility. And then last but not the least, you need mentorship. You need a professional who knows the road, who has suffered being the example so that you can follow in their footsteps, okay, and not make the same mistakes that they made during their time. So now we've taken care of these four things. We've taken care of these four things. Now, guys, let me tell you what really happens whenever you apply for a job. Then those four things will then make sense afterwards. All right. Now, but before I do that, how many of you are currently applying to jobs and you are getting rejection emails? You are getting rejection emails. You are getting rejection emails. Those emails that will say, oh, unfortunately, we have decided we'll move on with other candidates who we deem more. They could even start with something like, hi Esther, while your application stood out amongst a lot of other applications, we regret to inform you that we will be moving on with other candidates who are more suitable. And then you're like, why? So let me tell you what happens really behind closed doors. Whenever you hit that apply button, majority of you think that your CV goes to a human being, a HR. No, it doesn't. Rather, it goes to a robot called ATS. Are you with me, guys? It goes to a robot called ATS, Applicant Tracking System. Applicant Tracking System. Now, what is the job of the applicant tracking system? The job of the applicant tracking system is to take your CV and take the job description and do a match. It does a match. Remember that as those assignments that they give your kids from nursery school. If you have a kid in nursery school, if you've ever seen such an assignment, all right, where they'll write ABC, they arrange ABC on the left hand side, and then they'll scatter it on the right hand side and ask the kid to match them. Have you seen that? Do you remember that assignment, guys? Do you remember it? Type yes in the chat. Do you remember this assignment? Where they'll give them take home, match the letters. Okay, match. That is exactly what the ATS will do with your CV. After it does that, it's going to score your CV on a scale of 1 to 100. And then based on the cutoff mark for that job, you either have your CV relegated and you get an automated rejection email after 5 days of the application, or your CV moves to the next stage, which is where an actual HR will take a look at it for the first time. Am I making sense, guys? I'm not getting your responses, guys. It feels like I'm alone in this conversation. Am I making sense? I need to know. Am I making sense, guys? Type it in the chat. Let me know. Okay, let's interact, guys. Let's interact. Fantastic. Thank you very much. All right. Thank you very much, guys. Brilliant. That's what I want. Now, guys, the ATS scores your CV, and based on the cutoff mark, it sends you a rejection email or moves you to the next stage. Who can guess what the cutoff mark for a typical job is? The cutoff mark for a typical job. Who can guess what it is? Guess. 1 to 100. On a scale of 1 to 100. Take a wild guess. What do you think it is? Somebody said 80. 80%. Brilliant. 70%. Fantastic. Now, guys, let me tell you what it is. On average, listen to me very carefully. On average, the cutoff mark for any job you see out there would fall between 90 to 95%. 90 to 95%. And the goal is very simple. They want as many people as possible to apply to the job, but they want very few of those CVs to actually land on their table. And they believe that that is how to get the best talent. It works. All right, it works. But guess what? Only people who get past the ATS get a chance. Only people who get past the ATS get a chance for their CV to go to a HR. Majority of them fall out. Now, after the HR looks at your CV, they decide to interview you, and of course, give you the job. And this is the typical route of interviewing, hiring, um, and the likes. So, if you are currently getting rejections, you have not passed this ATS level, and that is the hardest part. Everything after it is easy because these guys are already interested in you to have invited you for an interview. You've gone through your profile and the likes. For them to have invited you for an interview, they find something unique or interesting about you. So you need to find a way to get past the ATS, and I'll be talking more on that as we go on. Now, why though? Why consider all of these career paths? Can't I do something different? Well, first is it's easy to learn. It is easy to learn. And when I say easy to learn, I don't mean that, oh, you're not going to lift a finger to learn this. No, that is not what Muhammad is saying. Easy to learn from the context of the fact that regardless of your background, whether you're from engineering or you didn't even go to school at all, you're a stay-at-home mom, you just finished from school, you're a fresh graduate, you are doing your NYC or you just finished, or you're a young professional looking to scale up your career, or you are a business owner, looking to imbibe the data culture in your business. It is going to be easy to learn. All right, it is quite easy to learn, regardless of your background. Number two is it is easy to transition. And I've already made this point earlier. When you look at the sheer abundance of roles online that you can apply to, it just gives off the fact that it is easy to transition into this role if that's what you're looking for right now. And number three is that it has fantastic salary projections. So I hear some people say, "Oh, I'm considering tech because of the money." Fine, it's not a bad thing to do. All right, but guess what? You're welcome because the pay for professionals like that are on the high band, okay, than low. So now let's go into it. What we did here at Nebiant Analytics is to prepare an intensive 1 month program to take care of all those needs that you have right now. A 1 month program, 1 month intensive program where you get to learn real stuff. Okay. Now, the very first thing you build the first week is this dashboard, and you're going to use Microsoft Excel to do it. Microsoft Excel to build this dashboard that you can see on my screen. So I want you to tell me, do you believe, especially those that say I can use Excel, do you believe this was built in Excel? Before I show you the real file in Excel, because this is a screenshot in my slide, right? So um, do you believe this is Excel? Do you believe this is Microsoft Excel? Do you believe yes or no? Yes or no in the chat? Yes or no? Fantastic. So yes, you do believe. Brilliant. So, but for those who may be doubting, allow me to quickly show you what it looks like. Okay, so this is Microsoft Excel, all right, and this is the charts here in Excel. You can see that's the first sheet, second sheet, third sheet, and yes, it's not a picture. It was built in Microsoft Excel. So these are actual charts. These are actual charts that can move in Excel. So these charts were developed in this environment. Okay, as you can see, these charts were developed. Can you see that? So this is Microsoft Excel, but this is wizard level Microsoft Excel. So straight off the bat, first week, you learn the basics, you build something like this. All right. Week number two, you go into building another amazing dashboard. Now, the first dashboard was around it was around sales and profit. This is human resource attrition, so HR attrition, all right, which is a very popular topic amongst top brands. So you've done something like this. Imagine you've done something like this and you are applying to a job. No recruiter will be able to ignore you and ignore your skills. No recruiter will be able to do that. Okay, so you want to leverage this program. So in the first 2 weeks you get to build this, and let me show you this one also in Microsoft Excel. So yeah, this is it in Microsoft Excel. This is the chart in Microsoft Excel. All right, you can see there is this chart, and you can see the secret behind it now. Okay, and can you see there is this chart? There is this chart, you know, there is this chart as well. So at the end of the day, for you to build something like this, for you to be able to build something like this, then you must be highly skilled in Excel, right? You must be highly skilled in Excel. Do you agree with me, guys? You must be highly skilled in Excel. So you build this in the second week. Now, in the third week, you then build an AI powered CV. Remember when I said that your CV needs to get past the ATI, the ATS rather. Okay, your CV needs to get past the ATS for you to get the chance to be called for an interview. Um, yes. So you would need to learn how to build an AI powered CV so that you don't fall victim of the unfortunately email. All right. So you have an AI powered CV, then you have portfolio creation. So you're going to create a personal website for free. All right. The website itself is for free. Let me show you what it looks like. Allow me to show you what it looks like. Again, I love to show. Actually, I love to show proof, and this is how recruiters will ask you to show proof. All right. So let's just go to my recent website. Okay. So you can see that's a link here. I typed in the link to my website, and this is it. A little bit about me, my value proposition, and then small button that says view project. I click on view project, and it instantly takes you to the page where you can look at some of the jobs I have worked on. Okay, you can look at some of the jobs, and then you realize, okay, that a recruiter looking at this would be blown away. The recruiter looking at this will be blown away, and the least they can give you is a job interview. They always want to speak with people like this, sound them out, see if they are open to joining, um, open to um um you know joining a call and all of that. So recruiters would reach out to you at least, and the portfolio looks like. If you can't see my screen anymore, drop off the call and join back. You should be able to see my screen. Okay. Now in the fourth week, you then get mentorship. Okay, mentorship and LinkedIn optimization. Remember, we talked about polishing your LinkedIn. You get mentorship and LinkedIn optimization. You get mentorship and LinkedIn optimization. Now, this mentorship and LinkedIn optimization, okay, you'd get the mentorship from professionals who currently work that job, okay, and they'll give you tips and tricks, especially around the market. All right, especially around the market. So you would get all of this in 4 to 5 weeks of the training, and as a bonus you would get to work on more projects, 200 plus projects on a platform. You have a 1 month access to that platform with this amount of projects, and you want to grind it and extract as many projects that you can work on yourself using this as a guide to add to your own portfolio. All right. So now, after having said that, these are the kind of projects you work on. These are some of the kind of projects you're going to be working on. So nothing really going on there. Now, um, more testimonials, more testimonials, right? I think the first person is Ugochi. Ugochi was at a point in her career where she was becoming a mom, so she had to step down. But when she was ready to get back, she realized that, look, I can't go start all over again just because I you know um, missed some years in the corporate space. I don't want to start all over again. I want to level up. So she decided that she's going to go into tech. All right. And she enrolled with us February 2025, and she got her first job in June 2025, 1 month after training program has ended. So, and that's Ugochi's story for you. And then we have Mary. All right. You have Mary. Now, Mary saw us on Instagram. She's been looking for remote work. She joined our program very late last year, and she got two scholarships, not two scholarships, two internships rather. Okay, so the one she's currently on is a 6 month paid internship with an option to finalize and make her um, make her status um, permanent with the team. Okay, and she also mentioned that, look, When I got the job, when I started working, they told me that 3,000 plus people applied to that job. Okay, 3,000 plus people applied to the job that she got eventually. So it's not about how brilliant you are, it's about how strategically you position yourself. Okay, and then we'll have Oluwaseun. He used to work in a very small microfinance bank, and then he happened to attend a live event where I was the keynote speaker. So somewhere in Lekki where we had this event. I was one of the speakers. Oluwaseun was one of the questioners. He asked me a lot of questions that day. Eventually joined our program, and since then he's gotten several contracts. Um, you know, with with um clients and companies. Okay, and he's doing well for himself today. And we have more. Uduak Grace, Lebra Lawale, Helene Okai. Helene studied biology in the university. She's a Texas now. Lebra teaches. She's a teacher. Guess what? She likes it now. All right. Um, Grace, guess what? She used to be an ordinary computer operator, but guess what now? She is good to go. All right. So these are more examples of people who have gotten. So the detail of the 1 month journey is that classes would happen on Saturdays, 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. An instructor will be in class walking you through step by step on how to build stuff, how to, you know, eliminate stuff and the likes. All right. So now the first 2 Sundays, okay, the first 2 Sundays in that program, you would get preparatory videos before the actual class. So let's say you're enrolled to start this Saturday, which is today. Today would be your onboarding, nothing too technical. And then from tomorrow, you start watching the preparatory videos, completing stuff, and then um, uh, and then you can participate adequately in class. You're also going to be learning from our platforms, Google Classroom and the LMS. Okay, so you are going to be making use of these platforms where one is for the class recording and the other one is for your preparatory videos. All right, the other one is for um, preparatory videos. Okay, fantastic. All right. Fantastic one. So are we together, guys? Are we together? Are we together? Are we together? I need to know that we're actually together. So you can see the full brochure here. You can see the full brochure here. Again, fill out the attendance form. Ensure you get my slides so you can see this full brochure. All right. And then you want to also take a look at the portfolio of other students. All of these guys are alumni. All right. So you can look at their portfolio, get ideas from them and use it on yours. Again, creating a portfolio is not technical. It's not as technical as it is made to sound. Okay. Without any code, you can do that from scratch. All right. So now, how do you join our next session? So we have a class starting September 6th. On the 6th of September, we have a cohort starting. Now, I know I've been addressing everybody, but set of people I want to address now. Who is ready to start this 1 month journey with Nebians? 6th of September. Type ready in the chat. Type ready in the chat. Type ready in the chat. Type ready in the chat so I know you are. Type ready. Okay, brilliant. So 6th of September 2025 to get access to all of those fantastic stuff that we talked about in the slide so far. Okay, our tech elevator program, which is the 1 month program, is going for just 80,000 naira. With 80,000 naira only, You can get access to all of those nice stuffs that I talked about. But guess what? I know you say it's cheap already. You say it's already cheap. Let's say it's cheap now. Okay, it's already cheap. But guess what? Let me shock you. You would not pay 80,000 naira if you are paying now. Okay, you would not pay 80,000 naira if you are paying now. You'd get in an instant 50% discount, and you'd only be required to pay 40,000 naira to get the same thing. 40,000 naira. 40,000 naira, a whooping 50%. All you need to do is you can pay on our website, or you can do it via direct transfer to the bank account you can see on my screen right now. Our Kuda bank account 3002 648 016. And what you need to do next is to send me a DM with the proof of your enrollment so that I can lock you in for the next cohort. I can lock you in for the next cohort. This discount is a one-off. The price of this program is 1,000. This discount is a one-off. Take it now or forget about the discount. So who am I working with? Who am I working with? Who am I working with? Who am I working with starting on the 6th of September? Yes, we have other courses, Lois. Okay, we have other courses. All right, we have other courses. If you want more details of the other courses, shoot me a DM 0703 215 8619. WhatsApp only, please. All right. Unless you want to give me a nightmare, then you can call me. But if you don't plan giving me a nightmare, send me a WhatsApp message and let's kickstart the conversation from there. All right. So send me a WhatsApp message now 0703 215 8619 saying, "Oh hello, I am." Then you type your name and then you say from the session, I need so and so. Or if you've enrolled, you can type hello with your name with the proof of payment, and I would lock you in for the next cohort. Who am I? Who has secured their discount? If you secured their discount, type secured, and let me congratulate you personally. Let me congratulate you personally. All right. So I'll take questions. Type your questions in the chat, or you can, use the raise hand icon, and I'm gonna call you to unmute. If I call your name, you're mute. Do not unmute before I call your name. And if you've already sent me a DM, then I will be responding to you after this call ends. After this session ends, I will respond to your DM if you have sent me a DM because I've started receiving DMs already. Okay, Lord sent me a DM. Fantastic. So, fantastic. So let me see. What are the questions? Does this make me a data analyst automatically? Okay, fantastic. What makes you a data analyst is the job. All right. So you can only call yourself a data analyst when you start making money with the data analyst skills that you learned. Okay. Does this give you that skill that you need to get a first job? Capital yes. Okay, key capital yes. So this program would help you to get into the data space. All right, it's going to get you into the data space because you'd alongside technical training, you'd go through mentorship and some other soft skill training that no other brand are willing to teach you for just 40,000 naira. Now, guys, 40,000. Okay, you can get all these things that I have talked about. So, King, have you also sent me a DM? King, have you also sent me a DM? Have you also sent me a DM? Let me see. Have you sent me a DM? All right. Can you call your number again? All right. Let me type it in the chat. 0703 215 8619. All right. Okay. King says, I will. I will is vague. I will is vague. So when will you send me a DM? Or have you sent it? Okay, I will sounds vague. So when will you send it? And King, you can unmute your mic. Okay, if you're in a silent place, a place where you can talk, unmute your mic. Let's have a quick conversation. I like conversing with people. Okay, by now you should know that I love interaction. So um unmute your mic now that I've given you the permission. And let's speak. Okay. Think unmute your mic so that I can hear you speak. Unmute your mic, please, so that I can hear you speak. All right. I think he's asking if he can learn data analysis. I don't think that's his question. Okay, the question was pretty much clear. It says mic blocks. Try again. I have enabled the mic, so try it again. Try it again. Okay, try now. Um, try now and see.
Hello.
All right. Hello, King. How are you doing?
Yes, I'm doing very fine, sir.
Great.
Yes. My question was, with this program, can I like would that make me like a data analyst automatically, or I would have to like opt in for the other course for the other course that you people offer?
Fantastic. So, mean you already know about the other courses, which is brilliant. Now, this particular course that you are seeing can do two things for you. Number one, while it is a precursor to our other courses, okay, it also gives you value so much so that you can land a job. Okay. Now, after you've landed a job, learning does not stop for anyone. You keep on learning, you keep on upskilling. I was already a data analyst before I learned to be a data scientist. It's not as if I learned it before I got my first job. I was already a data analyst before I learned to be a data scientist. Okay, so learning does not stop for anyone. You keep on learning new things every single day. All right, so taking this particular program puts you in the best position. Even if you decide to take the full program, all right, it's going to put you in a better position, not just as a professional, but even financially in your investment. Okay. So if you understand what that means, then you need to run after this particular program now. Okay. Fantastic. So King, I'll be expecting your so don't worry, Lloyd, since you've sent me a DM, I'll send you all the things you need. Okay. Just tell me all the things you need in my DM. I'll send that to you once this program ends. But guess what? Would there be certifications? Yes. How certifications? Yes, there will be certifications, right? There will be certifications. Okay, mind you, once we log off this call, okay, the discount is not endless. 40,000 is easily affordable on average. Okay, people rush this, so it is not indefinite, it is a one-time offer. So if you are taking it now, you take it now, else you'd have to pay the full amount, which is 80,000 naira, for you to get the same value. Okay, so save a 50% off right now by making your commitment now, and then let's work with you. All right, let us work with you. So before I shut down this session, who else has a question? Okay. I have Esther here, Arafat, um, Rufeka, if I pronounce your name correctly. I have Faith, I have James. Um, who has questions? Ask me your questions. Feel free. All right. Feel free to ask questions. Okay, Arafat has asked a question. So Arafat, have you sent me a DM as well? Have you sent me your DM as well? Have you sent me a DM? Because my phone is vibrating. So I want to confirm you are one of the people causing it to vibrate. Okay. Are you one of them? Um, Rufeka. Will next week be late? In fact, after this call, it's late already. Okay, Rufeka. After this call is late. So Rufeka, do you want to unmute your mic? Let's have a quick conversation. Let's have a quick conversation because I wouldn't want you to miss out on something that you really, really want. So if you're in a place where you can speak, just tap on your microphone icon and let us have a quick chat. Let us have a quick chat regarding um, asking around next week.
All right, good evening, Mr. Mohammed.
Fantastic. Good evening. How are you doing tonight?
Fine, thank you. And you?
I'm doing very well. Thanks for asking. So sadly, next week will be too late. Okay. So is it impossible for you to make it happen tonight?
It's impossible. I'm a sorry, and so I'm hopeful that by next week, at least early next week, I should have
You
something.
should be able. Guess what? That
Yeah.
makes perfect sense. It makes absolute sense, except for one thing. Do you want me to share that with
Okay.
you?
Yes, please.
So, a lot of people have told me in the past that, you know what, I am a salary earner, just this way you said it now. And by the end of the month, I'll secure my spots. Can you take a wild guess what they say when the end of the month comes? Those get
Probably maybe they'll say
say
maybe other
something came
things maybe
correct, something came up. Let me help
yeah.
you. Something came up, and that's going to be the summary. And the issue there is this: these slots have been kept for them, and someone else has been deprived of that slot as at the time they came. So we stopped doing that. We stopped that. Okay, we stopped doing that because what we've seen is people later on come for that same slot, and we say no, no, no. Somebody has put
Taking
in
it.
what
Okay.
you know it's like as if the person had even paid for it. All right. Simply because we had a conversation like this, but we later stopped that. Okay. So, are you saying you are different? Is that what you're telling me?
Yes, because I've been following since you started this series, so
Like,
I'm really quite serious about it. So what can you do for me?
okay, here's what I can do for you. Okay, here's what I can do for you. Um, and this would also help. Who else was asking? I think somebody else was asking about this. So I can extend the deadline. Okay, I can extend the deadline for
Okay.
midnight tonight. Okay, midnight tonight. Um, what can you do between now and midnight tonight?
Tonight.
Yes.
Not even
Okay,
tomorrow.
let me
Like,
ask. Okay, tomorrow. Are you saying tomorrow? Is that what you're saying? That tomorrow you're gonna make it happen?
yeah, I'm gonna chat you up.
Okay, okay, fantastic. I will not chat you up.
No,
Okay,
I will chat you up.
exactly. I'm telling you that I will not chat you up. All right.
I know,
So
I know.
exactly. So I would wait, and I want you to prove me wrong. Okay, I'll take your
Fine.
name down, and when you send me that message, also
Yes.
send that Mohammed, I prove you wrong. And
All right.
I'll tell everybody, I'll ensure that I mention your name anywhere I go. That look, somebody prove me wrong. Um, did I pronounce your name correctly? Rofeka.
Yes, yes, you tried. That's right.
I tried, though I pronounced it correctly.
Correct.
Correct. So I'm gonna add another 10,000 naira to your fee. So for pronouncing your name correctly, so that will make it 50,000. I'm just kidding. Okay,
I
so it's still
know, I know.
right. So I'm expecting your DM tomorrow. Zero seven
Okay.
zero three 215 8619. Is that fine?
Fine, sir.
Fantastic. So every other person on the call, you've gotten a grace. Okay, if you've not sent me a DM yet, you have a grace. Till tomorrow. I'm not sending you a DM. Okay, like I said, and we'll see tomorrow. Is there any other question any other person wants to mention before I go on to answer some of the DMs that have come in already? Okay, so I've gotten a couple of DMs, and we can take it off from there. So I think we are all good. All right, we seem to be all good. I think the only person I've not heard from now is Esther. Am I correct? I have not heard from Esther. I think that's the only person I've not heard from. So hi Esther, how are you doing tonight? How are you doing tonight? Hmm. Okay, so I am not sure if Esther is with us, but the absence. Okay, I think Esther is here now. Esther, are you with me?
We just start again. Good evening, sir. Mr.
Okay,
Mohammed.
good evening. How are you doing?
I'm fine. Thanks for the program. I've missed a lot. So I guess I will schedule the program again. Or maybe I will join another session.
Okay, you want to join another session? Do you know what I like about you, Esther? Should I tell you what I like about you?
Yes, sir.
Your
Okay.
confidence. You are confident that there's going to be another.
Anyway,
Yes. But guess
Hmm?
what? About to burst that bubble now. This is the only cohort you're going to have is the cohort starting September 6th. There's no this. Look, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. If we do this every single time, okay, make it endless. You can come register anytime you want. The capacity on ground, okay, may be overwhelmed. In fact, not me, it will be overwhelmed. And we do not want to jeopardize the quality we give to people simply because we want so many people on board. Do you get my point? So for that reason, we are capping it. It is a one time. So this is gonna start September. Okay. So if time is not the issue, maybe you may tell me, oh, you're busy September. If that's not the issue, then you are meant to do it September. So are you saying you're going to be busy September doing something else that would not allow you to do this, or something else is the issue?
you know, they want to join the class and say that but I'm able to make the payment and get the full knowledge of this area. These have been missed previous lectures.
Okay, I'm not sure I got that, but what did you say is the issue again?
I said, what if I join this September session
Mm.
that makes previous lectures and 6 months?
Okay, if
Possible.
you join the session and then you miss a session, that what
I
happens,
mean,
right?
yeah, since I missed previous classes for this month, is there any available classes for September that I can join?
Oh,
If
there
I
is
could
only
take.
one class per month. Okay, there's only one class per month, and this particular program has only one class left for the year. If you would ever even see another program like this from us. So September 6th is when this particular program would start. All right. Some people started theirs August, and there is only one class starting in that month. So if you miss September 6th, case closed. All right. Opportunity lost. Opportunity sometimes people define opportunity as when preparation meets when preparation meets no, they say luck is when preparation meets opportunity, right? So this is something like that. Okay, this is something like that, and I want you to consider it that way. All right. So um you've still not told me the reason why you can't join now. It seems you can't join right now, but I'm not sure why. Okay.
If I should now, we don't have access to materials, the ones previous ones I've missed. I just
Oh,
noticed.
so if you so the thing is if you join okay, I'm not understanding. So now this is it, yeah. Some people have joined in August. Now that class is on. You can't join that class anymore. The next class starting is September 6th, where you start from beginning again. The class will start from beginning again. It's not as if you are joining halfway, right? So if you the class starting September 6th is starting fresh. Okay. But I'm saying that is the only time this program will start again. There's no other time it's gonna start again. Right. So that's why I said I loved your confidence. About okay, I'll just join another session or join another one. All right. So, but that's likely not gonna happen. Okay.
So
Even
I'll
if you see
join.
another, yeah, even if you see another session, it's not gonna be this price. Definitely not gonna be this price. So you said you try.
Yeah, I was trying. Since it's not going to end today. I-
Okay. So um you're a very good footballer. I must give you that. Do you know how to play football?
So, yeah,
You can
I could
you you are a very good dribbler. Let me tell you the reason why. You said you try. You said you cannot join this September. You still not told me the reason why. Is it the cash?
I was thinking the class, everything has ended today. So I was just
No,
feeling that like I've missed.
it has not ended. It has not ended. So is it the cash that is the problem, or what exactly is the issue?
Oh, yeah, problem. When I will join to the payments now. Let's make sure.
Okay,
Oh,
so do you have my number then? Do you have my phone number?
yes, there is 7 3 2 1 5 8 1 9.
Are you memorizing it? You can't memorize my number. You can't. It's very difficult. Even me, if I
Four,
memorize it, okay, wow,
1 9. Yeah, I have
all
your
right,
number. I will give you.
fantastic. So send me a DM. Let's take it off from there. All right. Send me a DM. If this program is not something you want, I'm not a policeman. I'm not gonna force you. Okay. But guess what? As at the time I was getting into tech, I wish I had something like this during my time. Okay. I would jump at it 10 times over. 10 times over. So that is my advice for you. All right. That is my advice for you. Okay. That is my advice for you. Now, in fact, let me even do something. Let me do something drastic. Whoever secures their spots before midnight tonight, it's just Excel that is here. Just Excel and employability skills that you learn in this particular course. I will give you personally an end-to-end Power BI project that you can add to your portfolio so that on your CV you will have both Excel and Power BI by the time you are done with the program. That is coming from me, not Nebiant now. Coming from me. If you secure your spot tonight, the reward would be apart from what the program entails itself, you get an extra Power BI project end to end that you can use to add Power BI to your portfolio. All right, to your portfolio. So I've given you more. You did not even ask. I've given you more. So it is left to you. And this is again for those securing their sports tonight. All right, because that was the initial agreement. Those who secure their sport tonight. So I'm looking forward to your DMs. And I think this is where James, your hand has been up. Although it was since the first time I asked for a reaction, so I assumed that was inadvertent. I don't know. Do you want to speak, James, before we close?
It's only 30,000. 30,000.
All right. So, okay, so we're saying, as I intended to prove you wrong, will I be considered for the Power BI? Hmm. It really depends. All right. It really depends. So, here is the thing, I wake up really early. If your DM gets to my phone before I wake up, fine. I would consider you. But if it's after, then um I don't know. I'm not sure what will happen. Okay. I'm not gonna guarantee you, all right. But what I can guarantee you is if it happens tonight or before I wake up tomorrow, okay, then um I would definitely consider it because that's coming from me. Okay, the Power BI is coming from me. The projects are on ground. I can easily give that to you. It's not gonna cost me anything. Okay. So but you would have to prove me wrong first. Okay, prove me wrong first and then talk about the Power BI. All right.
Mhm.
All right. So that is that about that. Guys, I really, really appreciate your time. And I want you to have a wonderful night's rest. And I hope to see you on the other side in class. For those of you who sent me a DM, I'll be responding to you shortly after this call ends. So bye for now. See you in class September 6th. Cheers, guys.